In math, after you learned about adding, you learned about how to undo addition, which was subtraction. They were inverses. When you learned multiplication, you also learned how to undo multiplication by division. When we took square roots, we also took squares because they were inverses. Same thing is going to hold with calculus. When we have a derivative, we actually have an inverse operation, which is called an antiderivative. All right, let's kind of look at what an antiderivative is. What if you were asked to find a function whose derivative is 4x cubed? In other words, we are going to work the derivative backwards. What we are trying to find is called an antiderivative of a function. Okay, if we call f of x 4x cubed, let's find out what are some possible solutions for f of x such that f prime of x equals f of x. What that's talking about is, can I come up with a function so that when I take the derivative of it, I'll end up getting 4x cubed? And I will just list a couple choices. Let's say I had x to the fourth plus 7. The derivative of x to the fourth plus 7 would be 4x cubed. So that would work. Let's think of another one that would work. If I had x to the fourth minus 10. If I took the derivative of that, that would also give me 4x cubed. So both of those would be antiderivatives. You'll notice as long as I put a constant next to the x to the fourth, I really can put any constant that I want. That leads us to the general solution, which is just going to be x to the fourth plus c. So c is just any constant that I could put next to it. Right, some notations for antiderivatives. The process of finding all solutions of this equation is called anti-differentiation. Remember before when we took the derivative we called it differentiation. So this would just be called anti-differentiation. Another thing that is very common, and you'll hear me use this a lot, is the word integration. Okay, the general solution is always going to be denoted by the integral of f of x will just be big F of x and then plus c. We'll always have a plus c because you can always add a constant, because when I take the derivative of it, the constant drops out. Okay, and c is called the constant of integration. The expression above is read as the integral or antiderivative. Either word is interchangeable, they mean the same thing, of f with respect to x. Now notice this big thing, we put dx right here, just how we put in our other when we took the derivative of the problem. This dx, although we don't use it for anything, it is important to let us know what our variable is. So as I'm working through the problem, I know the variable is x, so any other letters that might be in my problem will be constants. Okay, and just like I said, square roots are inverses, addition, subtraction are inverses, multiplication and division are inverses, differentiation and integration are inverses of each other. They undo each other.